It's your main man, Andrew Wood, coming back with more shit I don't understand in D&D 3.5. Now, in D&D 3.5, there is a maneuver called Charge. It's right there. It's a special attack. Now, it does a couple of things. Most of them, I understand. They make sense to me. Intuitive. You cannot take a 5-foot step when you charge. You're running full speed at someone as hard as you can. You cannot also take a 5-foot step. Makes sense. Understand. You cannot get an extra attack when you charge. Makes sense. Understand. You can move faster when you charge for an attack. Makes sense. Understand that. Now, there's part of the mechanics here that I do not understand. It says... Well, I'll go through the other part here. Since a charge is a bit reckless, you also take a -2 penalty to your AC until the start of your next turn. Makes sense. I understand. It is reckless. It's reckless, right? They just said it right here. They just said it right here. Now, this is all OGL content. You can look this shit up and see that, in fact, your main man has brought the truth to you, just the way I always do. Now, the fact is here that it also says, and it says before that, so I'm not going to say it goes on to, but preceding the comments I have just made, it says, since you can use the momentum of the charge in your favor, you get a +2 bonus on attack roll. That means to hit. To hit. Now, I don't know if you've ever been in a fight in your life, but I've been in a bunch of them. In martial arts, wrestling, and a lot of street fights. A lot. So, I'm going to tell you this right now, that I have in real life, many times, used the charge action. I do have them barbarian levels, and let's face it, I'm going to get my actions in. You understand? So, let's look at a few examples right off the bat of charges. Okay. You have your oh-so-famous UFC Superman punch, flying... You're running, flying through the air. It's reckless. Okay. Now let's look at a great medium for understanding role-playing games. Professional wrestling. That's right. I'm going to talk about Mike Hickstrand, Road Warrior Hawk, the most charismatic professional wrestler of all time, the master of the clothesline. And that's right. I'm talking about the clothesline. Or we can go with a flying shoulder tackle. Those are charges. I've run, I've hit, I'm coming off with as much steam as I can to hit you as hard as I can. Let's put it in an additional D&D context. Now, your games might not have things like that. I run games where people use clotheslines and the such all the time. But let's put it like this. You're doing one of those flying martial arts kicks of Bruce Lee style movie. Right, you're running, jump through the air, Street Fighter 2, bam, you kick the guy. It's a charge. You're on a horse with a lance running at this guy that's far away from you. That's a charge. Okay, right, so we've covered some very concrete examples of a charge. I'm going to tell you what in every single one of those situations you do not get is a bonus to hit. You will get a penalty to hit on every single one of those At absolute best, there's going to be no bonus. Again, remember, it just said reckless. Precision and finesse to hit someone. Reckless, not. You know what reckless can get you? A lot more power, more damage. That is what a charge should get you. I do not understand. I literally do not understand why. And hopefully one of you can explain it to me. But you can't, because here's the bottom line. I understand fighting. I understand it from a brawling standpoint and from a tactical standpoint of fucking momentum, of running and charging something into you. The guy that has his long sword, he just runs across the field, to get you. Okay, I've seen that in movies over and over again. Now, I've never had anyone charge with a long sword, and I've never ran into someone and impaled them with a long sword. Never done that before. I've run and clotheslined the shit out of a lot of people, though. A lot. Hundreds. So, that being said, I can have a good feeling, a good sense of understanding that you cannot have a greater degree of hitting when you're doing that. What it does is more fucking damage. So, I'd like to hear some other people's opinions, if you agree with me. Rightfully so. Let me know. My idea is just to slide that +2 from to hit to damage. There you go. I already have a penalty to armor class. Good enough. I just don't really need a penalty to hit. A little ambivalent on that one, but it makes complete sense to me that you would get a bonus to damage from just flat out running at somebody and drop kicking them right in their chest. Because after all, you just drop kicked them in their fucking chest. That shit hurts. And you got a running momentum on them. Why am I getting a bonus to hit? Why not a bonus to damage? I'm just asking why.